Okay, here's what we're going to do. Today we're going to show you a method in a way that you could try to install this yourself. And what it does, it allows you to be able to blow out the trash into your system of your gas tank. Okay? So what we've done here is we've actually came and put a T-fitting in here on the line. So it shows it's the 1.25 T. He had put a 1.25 short coupler on there on both sides. Then he teased it, then he reduced it down to a 1/2 inch line. So as you can see, it goes all the way up, and then he created himself a cutoff valve. So what he can do, he's actually got a coupler inside here so he could take his air hose and couple on that. Then once he couples on that, he's got to reach over here and make sure this valve is cut off so you're not getting any backflow air that'll push air back out and down through the line and back up and blow it back into your tank. If he does, it's going to blow your gas everywhere. So what you do is you cut this one off, you couple your air hose onto the top of it with about 60, 90 pounds of air pressure. You make sure you go outside on your air tanks and make sure your valves are open and your tops are open. So when you start to inject air into it, you'll put your air on, you'll pop this open. When you do, it'll inject air into the line and blow your lines clear and free all the way back to your tanks. So that way it'll save you a lot of headaches in time of drainage not working correctly. So here we go. We'll show you how it's done. Okay, here we're showing you how the drain line fixtures were installed. He's pulling off, he's going to get set up to drain the line down. So he cracked the line. First he closed off the ball valve above the tank, and he's putting down floor dry below it to keep it clean. And here he is cleaning up the floor dry, the mess. And he's taking his line loose. It goes back to the main system where it tees. And now what he's doing, he's taking the piping off to where he's going to take a section out, and he's going to shorten it to where he could get it on the outside of the processing rack so he can run a pipe up along the side of it. So here he goes. He's fitting it in so he can get his adjustment right where he wants it. He's got a union there he's going to tighten up now and get that placed. And now what he's doing, since he's shortened the pipe, he's putting an 1.25 T into the system. Now he's tightening it back down. And then now what he's doing, he's putting a hex bushing reducer in to lower the size down so he can go from 1.25 down to a 1/2 inch line. So he's having to put 2 reducers in there. One's at 1.25 by 1 inch by 1.5 inches. So he's got 2 hex bushing reducers. And now he's tightening those back up. Now he's going to put in another line that's approximately probably 48 inches to 50 inches tall so he can get it above the tank, the gas tank. So that way, as the gravity feeds down, it never has a tendency of coming back up. So you want your line always above your fuel tank, your waste tank. So you want it above that. And now what he's doing is he's putting them a 1/2 inch ball valve in place. Now as you can see, it's above the tank. Okay, now what he's doing now, he's putting a hex bushing reducer in there into his 1/2 inch line down to a 3/8 where he could put his coupler on there, so he's got some way of hooking up his air line. Then on the top of it, he's got a female to a male coupler that goes on the air line coupled in, so that way he can put his coupler into it, his air line coming off his system onto it. So what he's doing there, once again, he's putting his male air coupler on, then he's running a male to a female coupler on top of that, so that way he's able to insert his air line to it. Once he gets that inserted to it, he can then close off his gas tank and then open up the ball valve, and that will inject air, and it'll allow the air to go through your lines and blow them all the way back out. You can clear out your lines all the way back to your tank. And that's what we do here to try to make it easier so the guys got a way of cleaning out their tanks.